affordable bedding must-haves for 5-star stays.
We'll also share our tried and true method for stain removal.
Hi, I'm Sarah Karakayan.
And I'm Annette Grant. And together we are
Thanks for visiting.
We've been hosting for well over a decade, welcomed tens of thousands of guests, and earned thousands of 5-star reviews.
Our portfolio continues to bring in over $1.5 million year over year, and supported not only by the industry's leading brands, but also some of the biggest media outlets.
And we're here to help you with your furnished rental.
When you think about it, this is truly what the guest is paying for, a great night's sleep. So gone are the days where you skimp on this part, or you see how much it might cost you to build the amazing elements that it takes for a guest to have a good night's sleep, because your goal, like it is our goal, is to get the guest to mention their amazing night's sleep in your reviews.
Let's start with the mattress. The mattress is the basis. It's the foundation of that amazing night's sleep. We know what you're thinking. Well, some people like a soft mattress, some people like a hard mattress, some people are side sleepers, some people sleep on their, stomach. We are here to just put all of that worry, all those questions to rest. We purchased the Helix hospitality grade mattress. Listen to what we just said there, hospitality grade. That's because Helix has focused on how can you serve as many people as possible an amazing night's sleep, hence their hospitality grade mattress. And it's a hybrid mattress. So they're making multiple elements for this good night's sleep.
Yeah, you have both coils and memory foam and polyfoam. Plus it has an 1.5 inch quilted panel at the top, making it super cozy. But here's the real hosting secret, is the way for us hosts to be able to purchase this mattress, and the price of these mattresses is incredible. We can't tell you here on the YouTube channel. You have to go check out the link below to join Host GPO, because you have to join this host group purchasing organization in order to unlock the savings from the mattress that we use in our hosting business. But I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Our guests leave us reviews over and over again about the mattress, and sometimes I feel bad because it's like they can buy the Helix mattress, but they can't buy the hospitality grade one, and the Helix mattress that is available retail is still incredible. But for us hosts, we get to leverage the incredible price while still giving our guests top-of-line sleep at night.
TFE pro tip. If the size of the room permits, always purchase a king-size bed. I know you just heard me say always purchase king-size bed. That does not mean if it does not fit in the room. Let's tell them some of the disadvantages if you put too big of a bed in a small space.
Right, you have this romantic situation, but both the couple have to crawl in from the foot of the bed, or think about your cleaner and actually turning over the bed and making the bed, but it's smushed up against the wall and it's hard to get around. Is it gonna look nice when presented? So within reason, get a king size bed. I like to at least always have 18 to 24 inches at either side of my bed, so that the guests can actually walk in, and also I have room for side tables and lamps on either side of the bed. So if you don't have that, then I would size down. But when it comes to I know it's more expensive to get a king size bed, so now that we're giving you the hosting secret of joining Host GPO and getting the Helix hospitality mattress at a great, great price, now you have the funds to level up, get that larger mattress if it fits.
The next element to this amazing bed are the pillows. We recommend 2 pillows per person, per bed, and this is where we do want you to get some variety. You can do a firm pillow and a soft pillow. So 2 soft, 2 firm, if you have 2 people sleeping in the beds.
Taking this up further, now that we have the different comfort levels covered, if you have a twin bed, if you have a full bed, if you have a queen bed, you should use standard size pillows. If you have a king bed, use king size pillows. Let's protect your investment and buy protectors. You might want to skip this step because it's an added expense to your bed, but please don't do that. Pretty please, because for a few reasons. First of all, things happen in the bed. Whether a guest brings their drink to bed, they're doing what guests do when they travel with their partner, whatever it is, stains happen. And yes, it's bad enough if it lands on your sheets, but it's even worse when it hits something like your pillow or your mattress. So if you cover your pillows with pillow protectors, and you encase your mattress in a mattress protector, you are going to add life to these elements. Plus, if a guest will take off the pillowcase because maybe they want to wash it or something happened, and they see that your pillow is, number one, protected, but also that protector is clean and fresh and vibrant and white, they're going to trust that you are paying attention to every other element in your stay. Some pro tips here for you, okay? So again, we use Host GPO. and we shop the brand Standard Textile. Now, there are other brands that you can shop, but so many of you ask us, like, what do we use? So I'm just telling you what we use. We shop Standard Textile, and the reason why I like Standard Textile is because they serve hotels all over our great nation and probably beyond, and so they know what it takes to make a really good product for the hospitality industry. Like the mattress protector, you might get those mattress protectors on Amazon. You have to like squeeze them like over the mattress, and
you need a friend to help you do it.
You
You have to phone a friend to help.
Sometimes it's so tight that like the zipper, like it's not good, right? Standard Textile, it's so cool because the top of the mattress unzips fully. So if a stain were to happen, all you have to do is unzip the top, throw that in the wash in the dryer, and then zip it back on. It is a one-person job. You don't have to wash the whole darn thing. Like, it's so much easier to maintain. Another tip for you. Let's say you don't have that. You're watching this, you're like, Sarah, I bought the Amazon, whatever. It's fine, but here's the deal. They take a long time to dry because that material inside the protect your mattresses from water or anything that's wet. When you put it in the washer and then you put it in the dryer, you'll know it takes time to dry. Maybe you want to hang dry it, but regardless, it's going to take a long time. Let's say you have it back-to-back and you want to re-protect your bed. Have a backup that you can throw back on your mattress, maybe get that Standard Textile version, but have another one backed up so you can protect your mattress and you're not leaving it to chance, because I can also tell you, if you get the forbidden bug that guests can bring when they're traveling, it has nothing to do with dirt or being anything other than humans with blood. Bed bugs can travel with travelers. You don't want them to infest inside your mattress. If you have a protector, an extermination process is going to happen a lot easier. You won't have to throw out your mattress most likely if you are protecting them. When it comes to your pillow protectors, protect them. They've got zippers on them. They're much easier to wash. I would still have backups. But once you do that, if anything, like, someone drools or again, a stain happens, you can throw it in the wash very quickly with your pillowcases and take them back out, and they're fresh and vibrant and white. And again, you just look like you're paying attention to all the details.
Up next, the sheets. This topic is to not be taken lightly. You're going to be purchasing so many sheets over your hosting career. So let's dig in. We choose all white sheets all the time. This is highly debated if you haven't gotten into a debate with a host on this yet, but we choose white. Here are some of the reasons why. First and foremost, I like to be able to look at the bed, pull the sheets out of the washer or the dryer after the guest checks out, and I can see them. They're all white. Is it clean? Is it dirty? It's just very evident. There's no questioning.
It's transparency.
With color of whether the sheets are clean. I just like to, and many things that we do, mimic hotels that have been crushing it in hospitality for a really long time. I've never stayed in a hotel that did not have all white sheets at all. And I think it's just setting that baseline for the guest when they come into it's less for their trust. They build trust for me.
Something else too is when you have to replenish your sheets, because it will happen. Mm-hmm. They will wear down, they will get holes, they will get stains you cannot get out, even though they're colored or patterned. And with time, it might be hard to replenish. And if that's the picture on your listing and it looks different when they arrive, you think that's not a big deal, but it is. It is a big deal. So white sheets are just also easy to
you're going to end up
continue with.
You probably have this at your own home. You open your linen closet and there's this hodgepodge of fitted sheets and flat sheets, and there's a old design and a new pattern, and maybe something got thrown in with a colored load of laundry, and that now you have a red sheet that used to be white. So that it just makes your life more organized when you have all of the white sheets. So that's what we're going to offer to you for the color of the sheets. You're gonna find that when you're just starting out, when you're purchasing all of your bedding, it could potentially be so much laundry to do in the beginning. So we have a tip for you that if you do purchase Standard Textile, which Sarah mentioned that, didn't you mention Standard Textile?
I did, yeah. Okay. Because we get our mattress protectors from there and our pillow protectors from there.
They have this amazing service that when you order from them, they're delivered laundered. And you'll see a sticker on it, with Tide, that these are cleaned, ready to go. When I say it saves hours.
And money.
I mean, so much time, so much money. And what we love too is, Sarah mentioned before, Standard Textile, if you go to any hotel around the world, luxury hotel, if you look at the sheets or the towels, they're gonna say, produced by Standard Textile. So they are hospitality grade, just like the mattress. So that means they're not the normal sheets in your home. Think about how often you're laundering your sheets for your short-term rental versus how often you are laundering in your home. It could be multiple times a week, if not 7 days a week if you have a lot of turns. So that's one thing also with Standard Textile is they are hospitality, commercial grade, prepped, ready for you when they're delivered at your house.
But let's talk about caring for these. While they are ready for more washes and dries, here are some tips that you can take to if you're doing laundry yourself. Now, if you have the luxury of sending your laundry out, good for you, but there are a lot of hosts that it's not feasible, it's not affordable, or they prefer to do it in-house, which is great. So I would avoid using bleach. No matter what sheet you use, bleach can actually yellow your bedding, which is like contrary to kind of what people think it does. Now, sometimes you do have to use a little bit of bleach, but just don't make it part of your daily. More guests, because it has a strong scent to it too. Like I know you want to smell clean or have that bleach smell, but a lot of guests don't like that. So you just kind of want to have no scent at all, but it's also going to get the job done of sanitizing your bedding and keeping it clean. And then another tip for you is when you do dry them, if you can pull them out like 3 or 4 minutes before they're fully dry. Okay, if you're gonna put them back on the bed. Now, if you're gonna put them in your closet, make sure that they're not in any closed plastic container because it needs to breathe if it's I don't wanna say damp, it's like not even damp. Because the cool thing is if you put on the bed, the wrinkles will be non-existent because it'll dry tight when you're making the bed. It's like a hospitality pro tip for you there. However, if you're having a backup sheet that you're putting on your bed, dry them fully, but don't over dry them. You don't want excessive amounts of heat to ruin your sheets. Even the hospitality grade, you wanna take care of them. You wanna make sure you're not over drying them. The highly debated topic of triple sheeting versus duvet covers.
I have to admit, when I first heard the term triple sheeting, I thought they were talking about toilet paper. I didn't know. But then Sarah brought it to my attention when we were staying at a hotel because I heard this debate. And for example, when you stay at a hotel, you've probably noticed the duvet covers, they're not truly, well, some hotels, they're not truly a duvet cover. So they have the flat sheet and then another sheet, and then they put another sheet over the top of the duvet. And trust me, thinking about speed, holy smokes, it has to pick up the pace tremendously because you're not having to put a full duvet cover on, which those can become cumbersome. But we actually don't do the triple sheeting method. We do a duvet cover because it is what we prefer.
I'll tell you why we prefer it. Can I go on a little bit of a tangent?
Sure.
Because like you just said, the triple sheeting has what's in mind for the short-term rental turnover and the speed. We're all about speed. But what about the guest? Nothing annoys me more when I'm sleeping in a bed and the sheet below the duvet insert and the sheet above it come unraveled when I'm sleeping, and now I'm touching this blanket that has probably been involved in couples getting intimate or kids being on the bed with their dirty hands because they don't wash those inserts every time.
Contact with skin.
Yeah.
Not your skin.
Right. So if we're thinking about, in my opinion, I welcome the comments below because I'm here for it. But I just can't get on board with it unraveling while the guest is sleeping and then being exposed to this blanket that you can't wash every time. It's not good for the blanket. It's just not feasible. And I just think it's not sanitary. So there we go. One more thing just to add, just for anyone out there.
To the duvet and triple sheeting.
Yeah, because actually we heard about this from one of our coaches in our mastermind program. She hosts in Arizona, and she was like, the duvet itself, whether you triple sheet it or cover it with a duvet cover, is too heavy for us here in the desert. Even with the AC going on inside, it's just too heavy. So she doesn't do it at all. She offers blankets, and she swears by
quilts.
it.
She does the nice light quilt.
So it's easy to clean, it dries fast, it's a hospitality grade quilt, but just for anyone out there who's like, but for us here in Ohio, we would never get away with that. So we need to have, and I like the way it looks, it's really fluffy on the bed, but it gets cold here. Yeah, so anyway, permission to venture
your own
into quilts.
adventure.
Yeah, if you need to.
Throw blankets and extra blankets. We talked about having multiple pillows. We also want you to have multiple blankets. Think about it. Sometimes people sleep hot, they sleep cold. Maybe the temperatures are freezing versus what they normally are. Maybe someone doesn't like the duvet or quilt. We like to supply a throw blanket and extra blankets for those guests. You really need to think about not just yourself, but how so many people can sleep. And so just having those anticipate their needs. We've learned this over time. So we actually like to put a throw blanket at the end of the bed. It really helps to let's say polish off. It looks nice and tidy, but it's there. They see it there. It's ready for them when they go to bed. But we also supply extra blankets in the closet. Like we had talked earlier, if you have a pull-out bed, having them sealed away, but marked so people know that they can also use those extra blankets.
A little side note here is to make sure if you have that blanket at the end of your bed, it needs to be included in your washing procedures. So if that means an extra load and you have a backup and you do the extra load on your off time, if you can't do it during a back-to-back turnover, whatever that means, if that blanket is on the bed, I vote that it gets cleaned every time.
And these are really affordable too.
Yeah.
Again, everything that we're talking about is affordable, and it really is essential. This is what they are paying for, is that overnight stay.
A little freebie for you, a thank you from us to you, is you gotta check out our essentials checklist. You can get the link below in the notes. But this checklist has been curated over our 10 plus years of hosting, and we add to it all the time. It's a living, breathing document. Go grab it today. It's linked with all of our favorite stuff. It's gonna save you so much time.
And last but not least, the bed frame. You cannot skimp on this.
No.
That is like, I have heard one too many stories about guests calling the host and whether a bed frame's broken. We actually heard of someone like a bed frame snapping and a guest getting caught. It's not funny at all, but I don't even know how it happened, but they got caught in the bed frame. But we see so many people buying the cheapest bed frame, and I'm telling you, they are going to break. You do not want to have to replace this. You want to get a sturdy, what's the technical term, Sarah? If you can get the ones that actually lock into place versus, tons of screws. I don't know. I've bought the IKEA beds before that have the slats and they always come undone and things break underneath. It is not what you want to be investing in at all.
Yeah, we can link some bed frames below that actually have, it's like the joinery uses the furniture itself. So the structure of it is actually built on itself.
Super solid, yeah.
But then when you have, the screws that have like the Allen wrench to install them, they come loose so easy. So I'm not talking about wood screws, but I know a lot of us included, buy our bed frames on websites like Amazon, where it's easy, you get it easy. A lot of them are very beautiful. But I want you to think about, I'll never forget the one time, actually, Nick and I, my husband and I went to Cedar Point in Ohio for a little getaway, and we booked an Airbnb, and the host was so lovely and so nice. But when I went to bed at night, anytime I turned over, and I toss and turn a lot, you can hear the bed creak. And I woke up every time I adjusted, and then I was adjusting because I was it was terrible. And I try to tighten it, but I don't have an Allen wrench on me, so the next night wasn't so terrible. So also check your bed frame. If you do opt for a more affordable option, and it is sturdy and it's safe, make sure you keep it as a part of your preventative maintenance to make sure the bed is tight. So I just have my inspectors just, move it around a little bit. And if it's squeaking, it needs tightened. But if you can put a little bit more money into the kind of bed frame you get, the kind with more solid joinery that doesn't need those machine screws, Allen wrench situations, the better. We promised you a cleaning hack that will help you remove stains from your bedding.
Thanks to my mom, the queen of clean, Fells Naphtha. I mean, look at this. You can tell this is old school. It gets the job done. It has not changed its packaging probably in 80 years, and it's still on the shelves everywhere. You can buy it. You can actually get it on Amazon. I think it's 80 cents, $1 a bar. And it's simple. It's literally, you can see this is the one from my house that I used. You use the bar of soap directly on the stain. The instructions are 1, 2, 3, 4, super easy, but I'm telling you, don't just go ahead and throw a sheet away. Make sure you use this first.
You can pre-treat it.
You can pre-treat it. It's super simple. Rubbing the bar of soap, wetting the bar of soap, rubbing it on the towels, and you are going to get so many stains out where you thought you were gonna have to just throw the sheets away. This is a little lifesaver. It's like the magic eraser before the magic eraser for laundry. Even though we just gave you this amazing cleaning tip, still we have to be honest with you. You are going to lose sheets and towels, okay? It is part of the cost of doing business as a short-term rental host. So we just want to prepare you for that. Make sure you have room in your budget to replenish these and know that you're going to have to buy some new ones.
I also encourage you to build up a good practice for yourself of not nickel and diming your guests should they leave a stain that you can't get out. Again, how would you want to be treated? And how many times does a hotel follow up with you if you left a stain in the bed? First of all, it's kind of embarrassing. Second of all, it's reaching out about something that might affect their feedback of you, making them feel a certain way. So if you if you have good laundry practices, if you buy hospitality grade, we gave you that pro tip of joining Host GPO, and you will make, it's a small investment to join, you will make it back with having access to this hospitality grade stuff for your bed, and then having ways to properly care for the things that you buy and building into your budget. If things happen, just let it roll off your shoulder, replace it, and move on. Stains on your towels and your sheets, no big deal. When larger incidents happen, we want you to be prepared with what to do next. So check out our video all about submitting damage claims.
You've invested in all these amazing sheets. You need to make sure that they are neat and tidy and in your supply closet. So make sure you watch our supply closet breakdown. Hosts, we're all in this together, so the better the night stay for every single guest around the world, the better for our entire industry. So we want to thank you for watching this video. Leave us comments below if you have like this perfect piece of bedding that you swear by. We need to know about it. Share it with everybody watching, and then also make sure you hit that subscribe button.
With that, I am Sarah Kayan.
I'm Annette Grant, and together we are
Thanks for visiting.